Good morning, everybody. I've just realized that I've become something that I thought I would never be, which is, for better or worse, a YouTube personality. I'm serious. A few years ago, I want to say I was watching Jimmy Snow, and there was some kind of drama going on his channel. I think it involved a poet or something. It was just bizarre, and I was watching this and I was thinking, I don't think I would ever want to be a YouTube personality, because it turns into drama fairly quickly. And as a blogger, I've gotten my share of drama, but not so much lately because I haven't really been promoting my blog very much. And that's mainly because a few years ago I had a problem with a person who was stalking me and causing problems offline for me. And so that it actually really had a bad effect on me, like psychologically, to the point at which I didn't really feel comfortable expressing myself. So I kind of stopped for a while. There was a time when I really liked writing fiction. I don't even want to do that anymore because you just never know who's reading and what kind of havoc they will wreak for you. And so a few years ago, I actually wrote a blog post about this. I said I would never want to be a YouTube personality. But over the past few months, I find myself sort of going in that direction. And it started last spring when I made parodies about Kristi Noem, and they took off. And I suddenly ended up with a much bigger audience. I am bringing this up today because of something that happened yesterday. You might have heard me talk about some of the really rude and inappropriate comments I got on a recent video I made that was bad enough that I decided to pause commenting because I was just really tired of reading unhinged MAGA comments from people who felt like the Bishop of Washington, D.C., the Bishop Buddy, should be driven out of the church for daring to take on Donald Trump and not staining her lips kissing his ass. I just got tired of reading comments that were really rude and inappropriate and not based on reality as far as I was concerned. I have a really hard time with people who name call and, we all do it to some extent, but when you get a comment from somebody and they're calling you crazy or stupid, or they're making very personal comments about anything from what you say to what you look like to what you put out, and they don't even know you, it's just negativity. They're just lashing out because they're angry about something and probably doesn't even have anything to do with the person that they're directing their comments to. It's just not nice. And you put yourself out there, and you have to expect that there's going to be blowback from people. Not everyone's going to like what you do, and I understand that, but at the same time, you just kind of wonder, did these people get any home training, or is there any civility left? Are they like this offline? Like, if I were to meet you offline, would you come up to me and call me stupid? It's kind of like what you're getting these days. So, something happened yesterday after I made a couple of song videos. I make song videos mostly because it helps me stay hopeful. It's a way of dealing with depression and anxiety. A good song it's kind of like flushing negativity out. And I tend to be kind of a perfectionist about a lot of what I do, even though nothing I've done has been perfect. But I am a perfectionist, and sometimes I do these songs 3 or 4 or more times. before I actually upload them, and sometimes you can hear it because I start to get a little tired. Well, yesterday I did a song by Mary Hopkin, and it came out in 1968. It's called Those Were the Days. I actually did know that it was a 1968 song, but I have the album that it came from, and it says that it's 1969. So I put that in the video description. And in my experience, very few people even read video descriptions. But sure enough, I got the very first comment was from somebody who pointed out that the song was from 1968. Didn't have anything else to say about the video. Just said it was 1968. Now, I don't know what that person was thinking, or I don't even know if they even watched the video. They may have just read the description and felt the need to correct me. And I don't mind correction as long as it is polite or, basic. But it just came off as kind of terse and critical. And bless my heart, I have been dealing with a lot of mean comments from people. So I kind of said, well, if it makes you more comfortable, I will edit. And I kind of meant it as a joke, but I don't think that person took it that way. And then it kind of got kind of weird. And I started thinking about it and realized that probably what I should have just said was thank you for the correction, and that was it. But, I'm a little prickly. This past week has just been difficult. And there's been every day a new horror. Every day there's more cruelty. It just seems like Donald Trump is determined to show everybody in the entire world what an asshole he is. And I'm sorry if you don't agree with me. If you like Donald Trump, this channel is not for you. But I don't like Donald Trump, and I made that very clear. And I feel like the last week has just been nothing but a lot of negativity. So, and you might have noticed I haven't been doing a lot of parodies lately just because I need to think, I need to be inspired, and it has to be funny. I don't really find much of what's going on right now funny. So I have had a few ideas in my head, but nothing that is strong enough to make me want to spend hours making a parody, only to have a bunch of people come on and be nasty to me. Rest assured, it's coming. I will probably put a new one up soon. But not right now because it's just too... I can't deal with all the shit that people throw. Some people are great at that. I've got a cousin who is a Nashville musician, or he was anyway. Super popular guy, big-time Trump supporter. Got thousands of online friends. And he has a really nice personality for dealing with the public. I don't. I have a tendency to get kind of bitchy. And it could be because of my mood disorder, or it could be because I have a tendency to be kind of creative, or it could be heredity for all I know. But I don't, my reaction to that guy's correction, probably I should have just said thank you and that's it. But it is annoying when you put in time and effort on something and somebody, all they have to say is that you made a mistake in the video description. I'm a human. What can you say about that? But I really should focus on the nice comments that I got yesterday, and I did get a few. One person asked me, he said he wanted to hear me do When a Man Loves a Woman. I never thought of doing that song, but I'll try it. We'll see. Maybe I'll get it up today. He also asked me about Peggy Lee. I've done a few Peggy Lee songs. I like her a lot. I was actually looking for one of her songs yesterday to do, but none really jumped out at me. But maybe today I'll get one of those up. I also got a really lovely comment from somebody in Japan who wrote in Japanese, and I really appreciated that. It was such a nice thing to read. I have to remind myself that music is an international language, and it touches everybody, everywhere. And my goal is not not to make it something that is negative. So that's what I'm going to try to focus on today. And the bonus is, when I'm making songs and making videos, I'm not doing self-destructive things like drinking too much, which I have a tendency to do sometimes. Well, let's face it, I do it every day. But I haven't been. When my husband goes away, I don't drink, usually, because I don't want to have to go somewhere if there's an emergency. I don't want to be drunk. And also, it's a nice way to give my body a break and remind myself that I don't have to have a drink. But, I think, well, for my health, I probably should stop. But then I look at the way the world is going and I wonder why. Because it just seems to be going in the toilet. And people lack civility and decency. And everything you do, somebody's got to come along and take a dump on it. It makes it hard to want to stick around. But I'll try. I'll see what I can do today. And if you heard the end of this video, thank you for listening. Here's a hint, though. Probably the most interesting stuff on my videos at the end of the video, just so you know. So, see you in the next video. Have a great day.